Howdy, howdy, howdy. What's
What's
going
up,
on,
my guy?
Cito?
What's up, man? How are you? Doing good?
I'm all right, man. I don't have no fancy entrance this week, but I had to go back to Jersey last week for a funeral, so
The
now I'm
Garden
back here in
State?
Georgia. Yep, now I'm back here in Georgia. So, missed last week's podcasting. I wasn't feeling too podcasty. You know what I mean? I wasn't really feeling too podcasty, so now, I'm feeling podcasty because we got some stuff to talk about, man. We got some stuff to talk about.
We do.
Before we get into our topics, man, I know you're not a fan of Gunther. All the listeners know that you're not a fan of Gunther, but I don't care what you say because
hmm
people have been raving about the segment between Gunther and Bret Hart, or promo. I don't know, segment, promo, whatever you want to call it.
Right, right.
Where Gunther told Bret Hart that Bret Hart was his close to favorite uh, of all time, but his number one guy was Bill Goldberg, and Bret Hart couldn't do nothing about it but smirk about it, because damn it, it was funny. Because, it used to be the typical, probably saying Shawn Michaels. You probably would have thought, somebody would throw that out there. It's probably been done before, but Bill Goldberg was a funny one. I gotta admit, that was a good one. I like that. How'd you feel about it?
I don't really think he's a strong promo, but again, whoever came up with the line, it was a good
He
line.
did. He
It
did.
was it was it was a good line. It would have been so amazing if somebody like a Drew McIntyre had hit Brett with that line, because
Oh,
Drew's
you stop it.
just so great on the. No, I mean Drew's great on the microphone.
Oh, he
You,
is,
you
but
know,
Gunther
yeah,
did
he's
his
a lot
thing.
better. He's
You
a lot
you
better
cut
than.
that out. You cut. Don't
No,
you take
no,
that
it was
credit
it
from
was
him.
well, no, it was a good line. You know, I mean, it's a good line. Whoever came up with it,
Oh, why
bravo
didn't
to
he?
them.
How he didn't come up with it? Why did somebody else have to come up with it?
Um, well, again, we don't know who came up with it. It could
Well,
have
you're
been
you're,
him. It
you're
could have been
naturally
Triple
assuming
H.
because you're trying to
It
take the
could have
credit away
been.
from
It
him.
could have been the guy that was carrying his bags. That I don't
It
think
could have
was
been
there
you.
on
It
Raw.
could have been Kaiser. It could have been. It could have been Kaiser. Who knows? But either way, I thought it was funny. They both shared a little smirk in the middle of the ring because we all know that they're not the best of friends, but whatever. Also, oh my Jesus Christ, bro. I
Yeah.
almost said something else, but we can't do it because podcast rules and regulation. But man, AEW plastic bags and syringes, bro. You've got to be kidding me. Even long time wrestling hardcore fans thought that this was disgusting and in poor taste. And of course, will they defend it? Yeah. Eddie Kingston apparently. I was doing some reading because I just got up out of just got my just graduated about the fourth grade not too long ago. So I've been doing some reading, some studying, some Cat in the Hat, Dr. Seuss's, and all that good stuff, right?
Okay.
And
Green
I
eggs and
was
ham.
reading.
All right.
Exactly. And I was reading about Mr. Eddie Kingston's talking about he actually pitched a suffocation angle to Tony Khan before, and Tony Khan said no. I didn't think Tony Khan was capable of saying no to a bad idea. But apparently Tony Khan thought that killing Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson was a good idea. So we're gonna have to hold a new tournament because that's what AEW is good for. Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson is now, unfortunately, has choked out, and I don't think he will be with us anymore because Jonathan Moxley decided to put a plastic bag over his head. And it's funny too because I forgot I ain't been in Jersey in so long that when my brother and I went to the Dollar General, there ain't no plastic bags. God damn it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been like that for a minute too.
Yeah, I forgot about it because I remember. I think when I was on the tail end, the ass crack of leaving New Jersey, I think they had just stopped at shenanigans in certain places, but I don't think it was all over the state just quite yet. But
Right.
yeah, somehow Moxley, I don't know what state they were in or how he was able to get his hands on a plastic bag, but he got his hands on the plastic bag and choked his friend
I
out.
I think they were in Chicago, right?
Chicago? Oh, okay,
Yeah,
well, apparently they still have plastic bags available over there. Thank God there
and
wasn't a
and it's
sponsored plastic
Chicago.
bag because they would have got
It
in
is
trouble.
it is Chicago, so I would imagine they have a lot of syringes around there too.
I didn't say anything. Cito did, so I don't want to offend any of the Chicago drill rappers or nothing like that. I don't need that kind of violence coming to my doorstep. So
No, there's a lot of
we'll
doctors
leave
over
his
there.
address at the end of the show for you, in case if if you guys want to smoke. So I don't want no parts of that. I'm
I
scared.
mean, you could put the address out there. If it's AEW fans, there might be like 5 of them
Yeah,
that'll
yeah,
get it.
yeah. So,
But
but
we're
yeah,
straight.
the syringe in the mouth. I'm like, bro, are you effing kidding me? Like,
Yeah,
what
it's
are we
dumb.
what are we actually doing right now?
Making the show more unwatchable.
And remember, off air we had this conversation. How I said, you know what? I don't like the poop stain all over AEW, but I did say that there were moments that they do have some good stuff going on, and somehow the problem is they end up ruining it every effing time. You could have a good classic match going, right? And it's just like that's all that's what they cater to, right? Is good matches. Everyone loves the matches. But it's just far fetched, man. It's just crazy. And it they always tend to do something silly. Silly when the European uppercut was delivered to Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson, um, and he no sold it. He didn't sell it. He wasn't able to sell it, so that means he didn't get any commission from it. There was no payoff from that. He didn't sell it. I'm just like, are you effing kidding me? Like, that was crazy to me. He just sat there on his behind and looked shocked that it happened. Didn't sell it at all. So now I'm supposed to believe that when these guys get European uppercutted, that it's gonna hurt? No, it's not gonna hurt because Bryan Danielson, after a match with Jack Jungle Perry Jungle Jim, you know, uh, he just had a match with him and he's just looking shocked that he took the European uppercutted it. You know what I mean? So I
Well,
thought that was I thought that was
maybe the
insane.
European uppercut is only going to be able to work in Europe.
Maybe. So do we call it the Switzerland uppercut then? Because
Well,
that's what Cesaro Claudio is from.
right. Well, I think if you want it to have an effect over here in the States, you're going to have to learn how to do an American uppercut.
You know what? A Chicago uppercut. They were in Chicago, you said. So Chicago uppercut, yeah.
Yeah, that and it's Chicago, so that would be a brutal one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be
Yep,
a brutal
yep,
one. Yeah.
yep. Drill him with the uppercut. But we had that, and before we move on from the AEW, because like I said, it's just I seen some nonsense and it's ridiculous. I'm supposed to believe that Daniel Bryan, his flying knee finisher, he hit it on Swerve Strickland at the All In. Is it All In? All Out? Whatever. The thing that they had at
Right.
Wembley,
I think
right?
all in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if they're in or out. I don't know if they're pulling out and splashing on the belly or whatever it is
I
that they're
think
doing.
the fans are starting to walk out of there.
But bro, he hit the flying knee on Swerve. Swerve backs into the corner from it, looks up and smiles at him. And then Daniel Bryan, oh my God, I can't believe that didn't work.
Did they get this is awesome chance?
You know what? I only saw the highlight of it, so there was no audio with it.
Yeah. They probably got this is awesome chance. I know that fan
Or
base. They're not that bright.
yeah, and this is awesome and fight forever and all that crap. But let's get into it. Let's get into another episode of Wrestling with Idiots podcast.
That was a hell
Here
of
with
an
the
intro.
boys, Jay Grizz, Cito. Let's make
That's
it
me.
happen. We talking
Let's
about
do it.
ratings, right?
Right?
Let's talk about the ratings because you're the man with the information. I'm just the
I'm the
one that's
man
talking
with
today.
the
I'm
information.
podcasty. Let's talk about the ratings.
And it's crazy because I was actually talking to somebody else about this earlier, and the person I was talking to, thinks it's a bad idea for Raw to revert back to 2 hours, right?
Mm.
And
Is it our good friend from the
it's our
old
good
days,
friend.
eh?
It's our good friend. It's our good friend.
Eh?
Good guy. Good guy. But he is
Eh?
one of the only people that wants Raw to stay 3 hours. And again, look, Raw as 3 hours is fine because that's really the easiest way for me to put my kids to bed on a Monday.
Ooh.
But
Triple H. I didn't say it. He did.
but again, I was talking to him about numbers. So I'll just give you a perfect example.
Numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie. So right before they went to a 3 hour Raw, their last 2 hour Monday Night Raw back in 2012 was a 3.44.
Okay. 2012, you
3
said.
2012,
Okay.
a 3.44. By the end of that year, because they changed from 2 to 3 in July of 2012,
Hmm.
by December of 2012, you know where that number was at?
I have no clue. Enlighten us.
A 2.34.
Hmm. Okay.
Because when
That's a dip. That's a
that's a
dip.
that's a dip of over a million.
That's a dip.
And again, we're only talking about months, not even 6 months. We're talking about like a 5 month time span. But again, when you see the numbers, you see the numbers starting to dip down. Now, I had talked to my friend, or I talked to my guy, and I had gave him the number of Raw from this week, which you don't know the number, right?
No.
And again, not a good number, which is why they brought Bret Hart. And Bret, I feel bad. Bret couldn't even do much of anything.
Well, they only brought him because he apparently he's from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, but I don't know if he still lives there or not.
Wait a minute.
That's a
Wait a
story.
minute. Bret Hart's from Canada?
He's a Canadian.
No.
You couldn't tell where it's all about the Hart Foundation, eh?
Oh, what is all about?
Yeah, it's all
I, I
about,
I
you know.
never knew he was Canadian. I just thought that
Oh,
he just didn't want to lose in Montreal because he liked Montreal.
oh yeah, he's definitely a Canadian. He
Yeah,
is
yeah,
a
yeah.
Canadian.
Well, Monday Night Raw did a number of 1.4.
This past Monday Night Raw?
Yeah?
Damn.
Yeah, yeah. I was waiting for. I was trying to tell you earlier, like this Raw, like 1.4, like yeah. Now, that's what it averaged about, right?
Okay.
So, so I mean, I have the hourly breakdown if you want that, which probably tells you all you need to know about 3 hours of Raw, anyways. Okay.
Give it. Give it.
The 8
No
p.m.
diddy.
hour. Well, you know, but the 8 p.m. hour was a 1.5. Okay.
Okay.
The 9 p.m. hour was a 1.4,
Okay.
and the 10 p.m. hour was a 1.2.
Ooh, it dropped. It didn't hold any interest.
Right. You see the numbers dropping.
2 hours. I can't wait. 2 hours. Hey. All the fans of the Wrestling with Idiots podcast, listen up. We hear that when the WWE goes to Netflix, that they're gonna start doing 2 hours, and also it's gonna be commercial free. That is something to look forward to. Less is more. Please, I hope this is a permanent thing. I hope this isn't just a rumor. I hope this is an actual thing
Right.
that comes true, because Lord knows we don't need 3 hours of Raw, and commercial free will be just fine. So we could just breeze right through it. So I'm
Right.
feeling
Yeah.
that. You feeling that?
I'm with it.
You with
I'm
it.
with it.
You with it. I'm with it. You with it. We all with
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah. I'm with it because again, this 3 hour thing is just not it. Again, and I mean, you see the numbers, right? A
Well, I
three
don't
point
see
forty
them. I hear
four,
them. You're the one looking at the numbers, so I don't
right?
see any
You know,
numbers.
a 3.44. Right now we're at a 1.4, and the same year that it went to 3 hours, it dropped down over 1 million. Like I feel like numbers don't lie, so you should probably start looking at the numbers and start realizing maybe 2 hours might be better.
Well,
Maybe
numbers
what's up?
do lie depending on who the liar is, because I
Oh,
hate to do it, but Tony Khan apparently lied about those Wembley numbers. He said there was about 500,000 people or seats sold, and there were only like about 400,000 people in attendance, and I forgot how many the stadium holds, but yeah, apparently he lied about the numbers last year and lied about the numbers this year.
well,
So
look. Numbers don't lie. At this point, you're saying that he's a liar for lying about the numbers. The same way another famous wrestler lied about having 400 matches in a year
woo,
or wrestling 400
that's
days in a year.
brother. Oh, whoa, brother.
Oh, what you gonna do?
Hey,
I'm
brother.
just saying, what are you gonna
I
do?
never use my creative control card, brother.
Oh, wait a minute. Come on. Everybody knows he didn't
What you
use
gonna
it
do? When are
more
you
than three
in
times.
words? No, I see. Got
Oh,
too close. Hey. I'm just playing the character called Hulk Hogan.
I'm just, right. Not to be confused with Terry Bollea.
Not to be confused with them. Yeah, exactly. See?
Right. I got it. Trust me, I got it. I've seen the whole thing where Hulk Hogan, the character, has the 10. Well, I'm not gonna go into it, but I think we know what I'm referring to.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still shocked that he's one of your favorites of all time.
Hulk Hogan, of course, he's one of my favorites of all
Yeah.
time. I ate my vitamins, I said my prayers, and everything came, you know, in my life with greatness because, of all those values that Hulk Hogan gave me when I was a child. I'm sorry, when I was a children. Yeah.
He said when I was a children.
I'm trying to get my words together. I don't know.
Oh,
I gotta,
right. I
you know,
mean, you got to, yeah. Like, because if you don't do, who's gonna do it? You know what I mean?
man, I'm telling you. You know what's crazy?
I mean,
I thought my
what?
parents lied to me because I think it was my brother. It was somebody. It was one of the elders men, either my mom or dad
They said you
or
were
my
adopted?
brother. Yeah, they're all older than me, of course, because they're my mom and dad. Well, so
Okay.
duh. But my brother swore up and down. He said, "Hey, you was Hulk Hogan one year for Halloween?" I said, "Shut the front door." No, I wasn't. He says,
Hmm.
"Yeah, you were." Said, "Motherfucker, stop lying." He says, "Yo, you were Hulk Hogan." I said, "Dad, was I Hulk Hogan one year for Halloween?" He says, "Yes." My father, who saves everything you could possibly think of, he goes up the closet, right? Not the closet, Jesus, tap dance to Christ. He goes up the attic of the house that we have in
Okay.
Jersey, and he
Right.
brings down a box that has the word Halloween written on it. Now, like I said, my dad saves a lot of things. Like
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
he like McDonald's Halloween buckets that they used to have for kids and their Happy Meals and stuff like that. He has some of that stuff. Then he shows me a Hulk Hogan costume. I said, "Oh my effing God. Why didn't you guys burn that thing?" That's why the
Oh,
house is
wait a
haunted and
minute
evil.
now. Wait a minute now.
I'll wait 1
The
minute.
house is haunted.
It's got a Hulk
What do
Hogan
you?
costume in the attic, bro. Like, come on,
Wait a minute.
brother.
That house is. If the house is haunted, what do you hear? Like shirts ripping and leg drops?
And the N word. A lot of that.
And oh, wait
A
a
lot.
minute. Come on. He would never. He would never say that.
Well, a
Well, as
lot
a matter
of,
of fact, who said it? Was it Hogan or was it Terry Bollea?
I don't know. They
Huh?
both have similar voices,
Come on, right? You
similar.
know, I feel like they kind of look alike too. I'm not even gonna hold you.
You know who also looks like Hulk Hogan? Nicki Minaj when she wears a bandana.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
Well,
Don't do that to
you
her.
you saw the video.
I saw the video.
It's
I thought it was funny.
it's hilarious. I said, "Oh snap, she does."
She got mad, which
She,
made it more funny.
yeah, yep.
She was selling. She was selling it.
Yeah, that's what Nicki's do. That's what Nicki Minaj's do, man. I'm trying to tell you, brother.
She sold it. I'm telling you, she sold it alright.
Nicki Minaj, I like her. I want to have a Minaj
Who?
with Nicki. I like Nicki.
Oh, oh,
Yeah, Nicki give me lots of hickeys.
well, oh. You know what? Okay.
Give her a quickie.
Oh, you
We
know what? I think you're spitting bars right now.
I think so. I think
I
so.
think you're spitting bars right now.
I think I got flavor, dog.
Oof,
Think I
not
got the
Flav though.
flavor. I got flavor. I got more flavors than
Big clock?
I got more flavor than Wingstop, boy. Come on with it.
Oh, oh,
More flavor than
more than
Wingstop,
40?
boy.
More than 40?
More.
Hmm?
More than 40. More than 40, shorty.
Hmm? Oh, that's it. I mean, we're coming out with an album by the end of the year.
We
It's just
got
what
to.
it's
It's
looking
gonna be
like right
better
now.
than John Cena's album. Way better.
Possibly, yeah.
Way better. Way
Right.
better.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah. Of course.
Of course, why not?
Of course.
But let's jump
Well,
into the next topic. What was the next topic?
oh,
Whoa, 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 whoa.
any more woes or is
Holy
that it?
spaghetti sauce. I'm saying corny
Italian?
lines like that, people, because I'm trying not to curse. I'm trying my hardest. So
He has a real problem.
I have a real problem. All right. I like to curse. It's part of my vocabulary, but I'm trying to change it. I'm 37. We're trying to do things differently in life. So trying to make changes for the better. All right. So
Exactly.
we're talking about ratings when we were talking about raw ratings. But you gave me a piece of information from the collision ratings.
Oh, I
Oh,
did.
hallelujah. Well, hallelujah is a good thing, but this is a bad thing. So can you do me a favor? Lay it on the Wrestling with Idiots podcast fans. Lay it on them. What we got? What are the numbers? What are the numbers?
All right. Well, AEW Collision
Collision.
brought in an all-time ratings low
Low.
of 157,000 viewers.
157,000. I wish I had $157,000 in my pocket right. Well, in my bank account right now. I don't have pockets, but I wish. Come on, come on. It wouldn't fill my pockets, but 157,000 for Collision. Shame.
I mean, was it still a good idea to add another show like Collision?
Cito, remember when I told you about Shockwave earlier today outside of this
Oh yeah,
podcast?
yeah. I remember.
Well, apparently they're talking about Shockwave being a 1-hour show on FS1. Let that sink
I
in.
mean, okay. Yeah, you know what? That's not bad. That's not bad. On FS1, they could probably bring in 20,000. Easy.
I thought maybe just one.
No, I used to watch FS1.
Fans support one. How many fans you got watching Shockwave? Let's see the statistical numbers. Fan support one. You got one
It also
supporter.
depends
Tony
what
Khan
day
is
they're
watching.
doing it, right?
What was that?
What day would they be doing it on? What day?
Oh, I don't know.
That would also matter. I mean,
Put it on Monday. Why
realistically, a lot
not?
of people aren't. Yeah, I mean,
Go head to head with Paul
that would be a
Levesque.
disaster.
Levesque's. Levesque and I.
Yeah, go head to head with
Triple
Endeavor
H.
and Nick Khan and see how that works out.
Yeah. All you gotta
See how
do
that
to
works
bring those
out.
ratings back up is put another plastic bag over somebody's head and a syringe at their mouth at the same time. Ooh.
The problem is that with the
Double
show,
danger.
you're gonna have people wanting to put the plastic bags on their own faces.
Oof.
Like the show is just not. It's not good. It's not a good show. They keep doing a whole bunch of stupid things. I I feel like Tony Khan low key might have ADHD the way he's booking those shows.
What do you mean? He's got HBO?
It just seems like that's what he it is a possibility that he might have an attention problem.
So you mean to tell me that Tony Khan got HBO? Man, I didn't know this.
I mean, I'm trying to put you on game right now.
I had no idea that Tony Khan had HBCU. That's crazy.
I mean, it's wild. I'm telling you.
I thought it was this imaginary coke problem that everybody was saying that he had.
Oh,
Surely I didn't believe in that.
well, I mean, that would make sense because I've always heard that Coke and Pepsi guys can never get along, and then you see what happened with him and Punk.
Well, there, that's true. That is true.
I'm just, it didn't work out too good.
It didn't work out.
too good for AEW and Tony Khan.
Oh, of course not.
It's fine for CM Punk minus the fact that he's injury prone.
Well,
He's got one of the best storylines going in professional wrestling right now.
that's without saying. That is without
Yeah,
saying.
I said it.
So, yeah. All right. We talked about ratings. We talked about the Raw ratings
did.
recently. We talked about the
We
recent.
talked about plastic bags.
We talked about plastic bags and syringes and no selling knees to the face and what else we got?
Syringes. You sure they weren't in San Francisco?
I don't know where they were.
I think it was Chicago, but with the whole plastic bag and syringe thing, it might have been San Francisco. But all right. Well, the last thing that we're going to hit on today is the alleged, because it seems like that's just what it is. I mean, all signs point to Odyssey Jones being gone from WWE.
Oh, Big Impact Part 2. Bronson Reed. Odyssey Jones. We did a show on both of those guys, a short show, not too long ago, because Bronson Reed is making a big, super duper impact. He actually did that on Raw during the Fatal 4-Way match. He took out Big Braun Strowman, hitting a tsunami splash on him, I believe it was. I'm trying to remember, but yeah. So he's still doing pretty well. He just came back from COVID or whatever you have it. And, he's still making a decent amount of impact. I wouldn't say it's as big, but, he's doing his thing, and you gotta love it. Every time people see him, you just want to see that big tsunami splash. And, when it comes down to Odyssey Jones, we just want to see that Odyssey Jones because he is no longer with the company. And that is unfortunate because, Cito, you were telling me that you were digging it. You were feeling it. You was you was in it, when he came and made an impact because he was destroying the Final Testament.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. This all happened, I think, on Tuesday and pretty much got confirmed on Wednesday last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was ready to do an episode, and I'm kind of happy that we didn't because I'm gonna tell you right now, I was sick. I was sick.
Well, you sick
that they
to
let
your
him
stomach?
Bro, I was tight.
Oh, you were angry.
Like I was.
You were upset.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, I was like, I was boiling. I was boiling because I'm like this. Supposedly, it's an allegation, right?
With allegations are facts nowadays. In 2024, all you have to do is say something, they believe you, and then you're out of there.
Right. And now the other problem, they're saying it was a domestic violence dispute, right?
That's what I heard too.
The problem I'm having is that I seen another report where it says they don't know if this happened before he signed with WWE or now?
Mm,
Which is even more mind-boggling if this is something that happened way before and you're releasing him now
right.
for allegation. One. And then the other thing I heard is they're saying that they don't know if it was a woman who he hit or a guy.
When I think of domestic violence, I always think about, a relationship where the man and the
That's
woman
what
beat
I'm
on each
thinking
other. So
too. Right. But now if we're gonna say that he got into a fight with a guy and he's getting released, then he must have lost that fight if this is what was happening.
I don't think he lost the fight. But you know what's funny? We should link this up to the. And you heard it first. You heard it first. We said it first. Don't try to take it away from us. This is the Wrestling with Idiots podcast. Citoo and Jay Grizz said it first. The Karrion Kross curse. Tell them about the
Yeah, it's
curse, bro.
I'm telling you, it's just he's an anchor who weighs everybody down. I was excited. I know you were excited. I think a lot of people were excited for AOP and Paul Ellering. I don't think anyone cares about them.
No.
Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits did a program with them. Bobby Lashley is no longer there.
No longer there.
The New Day were about to break up. Nobody cared about any of these segments, by the way, until Odyssey Jones debuted, and now he's gone. So if I'm any superstar in WWE, I don't want to have any type of program with Karrion at this point because this curse looks to be real.
It's the Kross curse, man, because when he came back and did the program with Drew McIntyre fell flat for a little bit. He did the stuff with Rey Mysterio, and Rey fell flat for a little bit. AJ Styles does not botch moves like that, man, but somehow he did a move on Karrion Kross and botched the move, which is AJ Styles never botches the move. And then AJ Styles for a little bit wasn't doing anything. So it seems like you deal with Karrion Kross and you're pretty much not doing much after that. Or if you're Bobby Lashley and you're Odyssey Jones, right afterwards, you're getting released. Never to be seen or heard from again. You are banned to the Shadow Realms of the WWE
Shadow Realm is
Universe.
wild.
Which is insane.
The Shadow Realm.
The Shadow Realms, bro, I'm telling you.
Hey, is that where most of the AEW fans are at?
They're there. And you know what else is there? You got two black guys there. I'm black, so kiss my ass, people. Y'all say whatever y'all want. Odyssey Jones is black. Bobby Lashley, black. They in the Shadow Realms with the rest of the black people. Karrion Kross, all right, that's the curse. All the blacks is there. Well, just the two. They got released, but...
You know what? Realistically, now that Odyssey's gone, do we just keep New Day together, or
well,
what's going on with them?
know, because let's put it like this: if Odyssey Jones had Samoan blood in his veins, and he got in trouble with the law, he would have been granted a title shot at some point in time. But he doesn't have any Samoan in his veins. But hopefully, hopefully they bring him back. Hopefully this is just one big misunderstanding. And like I said, I'm not a fan of allegations because that's what they are. They're just allegations. There's no proof. There's no facts in this. This is just hearsay. That's what allegations are.
Right.
Hopefully he does come back because, he is a guy that does have a lot of potential. He's part of the big Impact Club. So, why not do something with him? You know what I mean? But I don't know. They have him, but guess who else they have that's going to be another big impact when he comes up to the main roster?
Who's that?
I'm not stalling to say the name. It's just I'm forgetting how to say his name. Obafemi from NXT, the North American champion. And oh my God, I didn't get to see the match, but I'm going to have to go back. Christopher Hammerstone, the former MLW champion who went toe-to-toe with Jacob Fatu Many moons ago. He was there last night on NXT and took on Mr. Omofibi, Femi Omo. I'm sorry. I'm just not
I
really.
love that you're struggling with the name
I'm
right now.
struggling with the name right now, but I've seen him before, and I'm very impressed with him. So just like it's a shame that Odyssey Jones is gone. Hopefully, this is just for the moment. Hopefully, he gets back. He seems character wise, he seems like a guy that's like likes being there, and he looks like he likes being involved. You know, something like a Keith Lee, but I guess sometimes things happen, and hopefully he gets brought back at some point in time, and continues making a big impact. But until then, there are the guys that we will be looking at that will be making big impacts in the future. So that sucks. As far as New Day
Yeah,
is
it's really
concerned,
disappointing.
yeah, and as far as New Day is concerned, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like I'm tired of seeing them, but I can't I can't not see them. You know, they're legendary in the sport. You know, they came together a long time ago, and they had a big impact for a while. You know, we forget there was some point in time where the New Day was probably the only ones that was over on the roster, and they were kind of some of the most interesting characters on TV for quite a while. They were very
Right.
stabilized for a while.
Right.
And remember, they were a heel tag team, and they were so good at what they were doing. The fans just, we all just started to love the New Day, and they became faces. So just like it's unfortunate what happened to Big E, and all things must come to an end. But I don't think it should come to an end like that. And I think just keep it. Maybe let those
Yeah,
guys
I
go
mean,
around and do some work for the company. For a little bit. Take them off TV. Make let them go do some other stuff for a bit. I don't know, but
let's be fair. Tag team division kind of needs them, right?
I mean, but if they're losing matches because they've not been looking that great, lately in tag team matches, so it's just like you need a team, but do you really want to see the New Day get squashed? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, no, but the problem is that we have two tag teams that have not been wrestling in any other tag team matches in the New Day and AOP. They're just with each other doing like 6-man tags.
well, that's
And then
true.
you look at the Raw tag team champions, they haven't defended their titles in like 2 months. I don't even know any other team that's on that Raw roster.
Well, you got the American Made, though the two guys from American Made with Chad
Right,
Gable.
and again, and that's another team that they're feuding with the group.
Yeah, but I think that's done and over with now.
I would hope so
Let's hope so.
because American Made has lost that whole thing from beginning to end.
Yeah, yeah, they have. So
But yeah, I mean the tag team division is pretty weak on all fronts in WWE. The Raw one, the SmackDown one, the women's one. I mean it's just not going too good.
and it's messed up. It's been that way for years, and this is why, like, when you look at Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, their last run as tag team champions. Unfortunately, a lot of these championship reigns from them and the New Day is kind of questionable because you didn't really have too many teams at some points in times as they were
Hmm.
champions. So that does hurt
Yep.
their credibility. I mean, the records are going to
Yep.
show, and people in the future will look back at the past and see that they were champions for this amount of time, that amount of time. And so you have it, but they're not going to look at the teams that they beat because then you'd have to do extensive research to see if any of those
Research,
teams were
right?
good, and you're not going to go and do all that.
I mean, at some point, wasn't Heath Slater and Rhino a tag team, and
They
they were
were
tag
tag
team
team
champions?
champions. Yeah, I think they were the first ever SmackDown tag. Well, not first ever, but when they, redid the brand split,
Yeah.
yeah, I think they were
Yep.
the first ever.
Yeah. Again, it's a problem, and Vince McMahon's no longer there. He hasn't been there, so we can't point the finger at him because a lot of people like doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody's mentioning anything about Vince nowadays, because the
Well, no, you can't
allegations.
because he's not there.
Yeah, but some people, they like to bring him up still, in the bad light.
Well, you have a lot of people that when anything went wrong, he was getting blamed for it.
I mean, yeah,
You nobody really went, and again, we've heard, oh well, Vince doesn't know what to do with tag teams. He's no longer there, so is it Hunter that doesn't know what to do with tag teams? Is it the WWE system that doesn't know what to do with tag teams? What is it?
I still wonder, if he is truly the one that's making all of these decisions. And like I said, I don't think so. Vince had help. Vince had a
Yeah, I don't
team.
think so.
Any smart business would have a team. So I mean, we laid on Triple H because he's a name that we keep hearing, but I truly still don't know if he's the guy that's making all the booking decisions or if it's creative. Is he the green lighter? Which means, is he saying, yes,
Not to be
we're doing
confused
this?
with a
No, we're
gaslight.
not. Yeah, is he the guy? I don't know. He could be. We're thinking that. We're almost certain that he is, but we're just not 100% sure. We're probably about, I would say 90% sure, maybe. Maybe less, maybe more. I don't know. But we're not
Right,
100.
right.
See, though, we could be 99.9%. Still not 100. Because you need
Right.
you need
Still not
that
100.
extra one.
Right, exactly. I mean, it'll come out at some point.
Yeah, it will. It definitely will.
It will come out. It just takes a couple people to get released and a couple shoot interviews.
I don't think people are doing shoot interviews like that nowadays. Those things are so retro.
No, you're right. You're right. They don't do shoot interviews. They just sign to AEW and they start crapping all over WWE for like 5 minutes.
I mean, I would say less than 5 minutes because those promos sometimes they're only 15 seconds long. They say 3 lines and then so I don't know.
Will be interesting.
Yeah, it will be. But you ready to wrap this shit up?
I mean, I think I am.
I
Put a bow right on
I
it.
think I'm ready to wrap this shit up. Let's put a bow on it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Wrestling with Idiots podcast fans and all that good stuff. Please start liking, subscribing, and sharing and all that other good stuff. We're trying here. We're trying our best of the best that we can to get our stuff out there. And, we're talking wrestling. Fan interaction would be great. We need that fan interaction. Please be vocal in the comments. I haven't, got a chance to look at the comments in quite some time because, we weren't really getting much. But please get into the comments. Leave some suggestions as well. I mean, there's nothing wrong with suggestions. We probably won't take them, but you never know.
So we probably won't take them.
I mean, I want an idiot, because we're wrestling
Right.
with idiots. I want an idiot. Let's where the idiots at? What do we have? Smart
Yeah.
fans that agree
Right.
with everything that we're saying up here? This is bullshit. We're wrestling with idiots for a reason, and we're not
Let
getting
them know.
idiots.
Tell them. Tell them.
Come on, AEW. No, I'm just kidding. I'm only kidding.
Oh.
I'm only kidding.
You sure?
Not really.
Okay, good. I was about to say.
Not really. Well, the hardcore ones that are oblivious to, the actual logic of the product. But there are fans that are wrestling fans, and I don't knock a wrestling fan for being a wrestling fan. If you like
Well, to be fair,
wrestling,
it's not their fault. They've never touched a woman.
and with that being said, we are out of here. Cito is trying to get us in trouble. I probably already did, but yeah, we're gonna get the hell out of here. Thank you so much. Join us next time as we talk about nothing else important. I don't know. We'll probably release some this weekend, and yeah, next time we'll see you. Peace, love, and soul. No. That didn't sound right. I think that was from Soul Train. Yeah, Soul Train. Um, we don't have an outro. You don't want to do
Not
an
to be
outro.
confused with the whole train.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the whole
No,
train.
no. Whole Train, Soul Train.
That it was a good train.
It was a
Such a
train.
good train.
It was a train.
It
Back
was
in my
it was a
day, we
good one.
had girls that like. All right, we're gonna get
Like
out
The
of here.
Godfather. It was a whole vibe. It was a whole vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get out of here. We'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.